All right, so let's go ahead and go to the store, see what we have to sell. At this point, I actually may have more than I think, if I haven't been selling. Okay, so we've got a couple commandos. I'm fine with selling both of those. I really wish you would get a little bit more for the mechs that you sell, because you sell them for so little amount of money. That's one of the things that MechWarrior 5 does that I actually like. I mean, you're not selling them from what you'd be buying them for, but you're at least selling them close to what a mech is worth. This is like not even 10% what this thing is worth. Probably is 10% actually, but you know, 10%. That's not very good. That's not a good resale price. I don't know why we'd accept that. And it's one of those things too. It's like I could sell a bunch of medium lasers because I probably have a bunch of them. They sell for 6,000 a piece. Like really? I'm gonna go ahead and sell. Can I type in a number? No. All right. Oh, that goes all the way over, huh? Also 15. At least gets us something, and we keep 20 behind, so hey, that's something that we can work with. So we're up to almost 1.5 million. That's not too bad. Go ahead and keep looking at our mech warriors. Granted, every time I level them up, that costs me more money for that financial report. But I messed up with Legend. She doesn't have anything we really need to do with her. Actually, honestly, I don't think I have anything to spend on. Well, I guess I could get my gut skill up. Because we are trying to push to that.
Training confirmed, Commander.
And then...
Receiving you.
Yeah, because we didn't get full experience, Leo can't afford this, unfortunately. Oh well. Let's go ahead and take a look at the contracts now. And we'll pick the ones between what we've got. So sadly, I cannot do a mission this difficult. But we have these two. So what is this against? This is against the Federated Suns. Yeah, I don't know. But then why did they sell for so much from the stores? I don't know. We believe that the Federated Suns, this is both against the Federated Suns, which I really don't want to do, but we can't afford not to take the contract, so we have to. It kind of sucks because we're trying to get allied to the House Davian. But again, I don't have a choice here. I have to take these contracts. So we'll take the one that's higher paying first. They're both, this is in jungle, which is not ideal, but it is what it is. I'm going to take 50-50 on the money, so 538 is what we're getting paid, and then 211 is a salvage. I still feel like we should take salvage for missions like this, because we could get medium mechs, so go ahead and accept. Alright, so the dragon is knocked out, so the enforcer's going to come back in. Very similarly armed. Not as well armed as the dragon, but close enough. Yeah, I think we're okay with this. So, let's deploy. Alright. I mean, we really just got unlucky. If there wasn't for the reinforcements, and you get those with the battle missions, that's one of the risks of taking battle missions. Battle missions are the most straightforward and usually the more enjoyable of the missions to do. But when you get one of those ones where there's reinforcements, especially on a mission that's already, like, maybe been upped in difficulty, that's where you have the problems. And you don't know if that's gonna happen until you're in the mission. You have no idea. So, as much as battle missions are generally the better missions to take, they're also fairly risky. Alright.
Interface initiated.
Let's keep our eyes peeled, Commander. This feels like a trap. Got some unexpected readings from long-range surveillance, so we might have company. Oh, damn. Press the attack, but don't leave yourself exposed. Olivia, out. That sounds like we're going to have reinforcements again.
This heat isn't going to help.
I really cannot afford to keep withdrawing missions, so maybe we can work it out, but we don't have to do that. Looks like it won't be hard for us to get contact with these guys. Matter of fact, this is our trebuchet. We really don't want to be that close, so I'm going to do a normal move order here. That's as defensive as a trebuchet could be.
Copy that.
We want to stick to the woods because we do have bulwark. That will give us a lot of defense. Oh, there you go.
Have something.
I'm going to go ahead and jump the enforcer in. Same situation. We'll be very defensive here. 60% damage reduction on that first turn. Go ahead and think I want that aggressive of a move. I'll sprint over here instead. I mean, because if we move in here, the likelihood they see me on that first turn is extremely high. So I'm going to take a little bit more conservative move here. Maybe this ridge here protects us too from the line of sight. So that's definitely a medium mech. Did we get a tonnage on it? 55 tons. So decent weight to it. Okay. Let's see how long this turn takes to... Oh, there was no other medium contacts. So this may just be a single lance, but heavier than we expected. Which is fine. I'm fine with that. Fortunately, that means that we're not getting tonnage that we want.
Standing by.
Okay, so this guy didn't really move forward all that far. I can establish line of sight, but I really can't do anything with it. So I think in this case, we maneuver a bit.
Got it.
And we sensor lock it. I feel like I'm gonna cough. Okay. Sensor lock. So the rest of the enemy must be fairly far away. Shadowhawk, okay. I feel like we really don't want to be too aggressive with this. As it doesn't really benefit us. Be super aggressive. Guess I'll take this move. This is somewhat aggressive, but it's not too bad. Okay. So a 60-ton mech over there, 65-ton mech over there. Hard to say what those are just yet. There may not be that many 60-ton mechs, so that might be something we could discern a little bit easier, but let's go ahead and go for this. This guy has quite a bit of damage reduction because of the woods, and he also has he used guard, so 40% damage reduction. So we're not going to do a ton of damage, which is one of the reasons why I don't want to really be too aggressive here.
Engaging target.
Alright, we are chopping through. Oh, this is a 2D variant, so he doesn't have a ton of armor. We might be able to hurt him pretty good here.
Receiving you.
Go ahead and take my trebuchet and just... guess I could do a full salvo on him. I may benefit from not, but... he wouldn't be able to see me, according to what I'm looking at here. I'm okay with this move.
On my way.
I guess we'll do full salvo against him. If we got the medium lasers too. I thought about just doing the one because we do full damage, but...
Affirmative.
at this point, I think we completely whiffed with the medium lasers. Hey, there you go. We got an ammo detonation.
That's a hit. It's go.
Knocked out his one side. So his AC5 is gone, as is one of his medium lasers. And his torso section does not have a lot of health left to it. The Firestarter might be able to jump in and get the kill. If we'd attack that same side, unfortunately we cannot. So because we cannot, that is not as strong of a move for us, unfortunately. Because there's a good chance if I jump in here and I don't get the kill, his retaliation could do severe damage to me. So unfortunately I'm going to have to reserve here. I don't really have a better move. Yeah, he's just going to stand still, which is fine with me. Okay, in this case, Trebuchet is just going to open up on him again, and hopefully we get the kill. I'm doing this because this gives us possibilities with our other mechs to do whatever we can to attack here. If this guy moves into the spore field, that actually plays into our hands a little bit. Because we do extra damage against anyone in the spores. I don't know if this guy would be able to get vision on me or not. I guess that depends on what happens here. We might not get the kill, but we have a chance of at least screwing him, you know, screwing him up a little bit here.
Firm.
Much better accuracy that time. Another ammo explosion. Fortunately, did not
Commander.
get the kill. How much health does he have left? 23. What a bunch of garbage. Okay, so the Firestarter probably could get the kill. The main thing I have to worry about is just these heavier mechs coming in. I'm not sure I can really stop them from doing that, though. It's also going to be difficult for me to build up a lot of evasion, but what I could do is I could jump over here. Maybe breaking any possibility they have of you know, really counterattacking me. And this has a fairly good chance of killing him.
Firing on target.
There we go.
Smoked one.
I suspect this heavy mech will be able to see me. I have no idea about this one. I don't think so, but that's just a guess. Looks like that one's moving first, so we'll see here in a second. Okay. This is a more remote possibility, so I'm going to go ahead and let that come in. Yeah, the quick draw. Okay, so quick draws are 60 tons. I guess I misremembered that. I wasn't 100% on the quick draw.
Minimal.
So it did exactly what I thought it would do. It moved in here. Now, it'll be hard to hit, but a result of it moving in there is we will now do extra damage to it. I don't know exactly how much extra damage, but it is a percentage based, I believe. Well, we can find out. Suffer an additional 20% damage. That's a lot. Oh, my one cat is yowling now. Silly cats. Okay, we will precision strike this to try and cut through some of the nonsense of the spore cloud and what it will block. What is valuable for me to go? I'm probably... Yeah, I could hit anything. We have an LRM-10. What? You want to come here and talk to me? You just want to be out for no reason? There you are. Come here. At least talk to people on the street. Come up. Come here. Come here. You have to say hi. I'm gonna yell at everybody. You have to say hi. Oh, I'm brief. Says no, I do not want to be on your lap. Alright. He didn't want to be on my lap. But you saw him at least briefly. Okay, so left torso had the LRM-10 and the arm has a medium laser. Right torso has 2 medium lasers, SRM ammo. Okay. I'm gonna go after the right torso.
All weapons committed.
Very good accuracy there.
Enemy mech.
He's still just yelling at me for whatever reason. He likes to do stuff like that, though. I'm not too surprised. Okay, we don't have a move this turn. But if I sprint, I can definitely get a move for next turn. Being very, very vocal, right? Alright, I like this move. And then I figure we just move in, we hit that same side. More than likely, quick draw will die. So... that's probably the best move we can pull off right there.
Here we go.
See, that's a problem with the AI going to these spore clouds. Yes, it's harder for me to hit you, but when I hit you, I do extra damage, so it doesn't really work out for you too much. This is, I think, a kill, but let's just make sure. Go with a precision strike. I guess I'm just going to click on the center torso, even though the chance to hit it is low.
Here it comes.
Okay, we didn't get the kill. We do have the follow-up with my mech, which I will jump there. We don't get the small lasers in, which I kind of would want. But does he live through this? I mean, because I get another 20% on top of everything because of the jumping. We might be running really hot here. I think it's worth doing, though. Keep hitting him on the same side that's already taken a lot of damage. Oh yeah, he's dead. Yeah, that was overkill, but just wanted to make sure.
Enemy mech destroyed.
Okay, so just the one enemy left. More than likely we'll encounter him as he comes forward. It's a Thunderbolt. Okay.
Systems holding.
Let's start with Legend. Go ahead and take Legend off. Jump up to here. Probably use Precision Strike here because the accuracy is not the best. Yeah, it's a really good mech. The only tricky thing is, like, what room you have to modify it. It can be a little bit challenging from that aspect, but it's a very, very good mech, especially early in the game. I got mine as at the beginning of the game as part of the DLC, and it was amazing in the early game because it just absolutely slays lighter mechs. You can go in there and do melee attacks, and if you have 2 support weapons, you just light them up, and it's great. Even if you don't hit them, you're burning 2 evasion every time you do that, so it's very valuable. If I remember correctly, it's the left torso that has all those weapons. Yeah. Left torso.
Copy that.
What's up, boss?
And Leo can more or less just stay put and light this guy up. My lighter mechs aren't probably in the position to help me for next turn. And they're also probably running too hot to help me next turn. We could always use the fire starter to... Oh, actually, I guess I'm wrong here. Do we think a full turn of attacking this guy will take him out? Likely. Everybody just lighten him up? I think so. Don't waste the precision strike on this because we got 90% chance to hit. If we just keep hitting the same side, I mean, it will start telling.
Confirm.
Yeah, that looked good. Fortunately, we missed with one of those, but...
Nice. Got past his armor.
The question is, what can the Phoenix Hawk pull off for me? Probably just put myself in the water. Because, I don't know, I think I'm running too hot to really get super aggressive here. This is still decent damage. Yeah, just set it up for next turn in case we don't get him. At the very least, we can try and take out the vast majority of the firepower here, because this is 3 medium lasers and an LRM-10. All the guy has left is a large laser after that, which is still obviously a threat, but in the grand scheme of things, that's like almost all of the guy's firepower, so...
Engaging target.
Yeah, I think we just took it out. Yeah, goodbye.
Enemy mech critical damage.
So I think at this point we win the slug match. There's no way I think that this guy stands to that. Out of curiosity, I kind of want to see what the weapon arc. Is it possible for me to get the small laser in there? But yet, yeah, that's perfect. All right, this is the maximum firepower situation.
Moving to position.
This will probably hurt quite a lot. I don't think there's a reason to do the precision strike here. What we want to do is we want to save the precision strike for the trebuchet if this guy hasn't gone down by then, which he may not. All right, what are we looking at? Yeah, he may not go down this turn, which is unfortunate if that's what happens, but... Ah, shit. I want to overheat. That's unfortunate. Oh, we'll give it our best go here.
Got it.
Got him. Ammo explosion.
Tango down.
All right, we did it.
Mission successful.
I haven't had a chance to play with very many more of the other additions. We got a flea. I didn't keep it because at that point we'd gone well beyond like that that level of light mechs. So out of all of the mechs that have been added in this game, that's the only one I've salvaged so far that has been part of the DLC. I might have to go talk to him in a second if he keeps yelling, but we'll see. We'll give him a chance. All right, let's go ahead and continue. Good bit of experience. Shadowhawk 2D. We finally have a Shadowhawk 2D. Very good. So this is our first medium mech that we managed to salvage. SRM2 with extra damage. I mean, I don't really use SRM2s very often at all, if at all. But this is at least our second one we've gotten. Probably worth picking up. Yeah, I'm excited to see what I can do with the Warhammer and the Marauder in particular. Because the Warhammer has a lot of room for improvement, in my opinion. Like, there's a lot of things you can do to make it... It's a good mech as is, but I think you can make it an excellent mech very easily. Alright, let's go ahead and confirm that. We managed to get a quick draw part 2, which I don't mind. I would have preferred the Thunderbolt, but... it is what it is. Fortunately, we got a bunch of junk as well, but... oh well. I'm kind of wondering what he was after. He might be looking for the other cat. Because I have 2 cats. He's the one. He's the more sociable of the 2. Okay, we got ourselves the 2D variant, which I really do like the 2D variant. Now we have to pick something to send down. I think we send down the Javelin. Because our other light mechs are better. The only thing I would possibly consider is to keep it around just in case we have like a tonnage cap and we need that 5 tons of leeway. Would be the main reason why I'd keep it around. So we could send down one of the Panthers. If I remember correctly, we set this one up for the support role. And this one we set up for like more just general damage. I don't know which one's better out of the 2. But yeah, I hope I'm remembering this correctly. This is one of the things that has been a long-term gripe with me. Why doesn't it give me the stats here of the mech so I know which mech I'm picking? I have to remember where this guy was. You can't assign him a name that you can look at? At least I don't think so. I mean, maybe. Let's see. What does the dragon say? Yeah. I named this thing the Fire Dragon. Is that listed? Nope. One of the fire starters I named the A1. That's also not listed. They need to give you a way so that you can tell which mech is which. Because I have no way of knowing. Well, this one has a hell of a lot more firepower than this one. But that's like really all I have to go off of. I think I set this one up with like a large laser and LRM-10, which served its purpose at the time. All right, I'll pick this one and I'll send that one down to storage, and we'll see which one I ended up sending down to storage. But they really need to give you more information when you're picking that. Okay, in any case, let's go to the base. So which Panther did I send down? Yeah, I sent down the one with the LRM-10. Which... we had that because at that point in the game, we didn't have a normal support mech. Now, technically, that was our backup support mech. So maybe that was a mistake in doing that, but oh well. Okay, we have ourselves a Shadowhawk 2D, which I am happy to see. This is a mech that you can do a lot of things with. I would argue this is probably the best 55-ton mech in the, well, medium mech overall. I think this is the best medium mech in the game, quite possibly. You definitely have to modify it. The default sucks, but once you've modified it, this can be an incredible mech. In any case, let's go ahead. Do the mech warrior, level them up. And the main reason I picked that one mech too is because the melee damage. It's better than any other medium mech. I don't think there's a single medium mech that has more melee damage than it. And then there isn't another medium mech out of the group that technically has that much of an advantage. The one that I would say that is close competition is the Kintaro. Kintaro is a very, very good mech. So I would say it's those two at the 55-ton weight class and the medium weight class overall that make them pretty solid. But the Griffin and the Wolverine can be good too, but they don't have as much melee damage and what have you. So they're just more advantages than Shadowhawk. All right, in any case, let's go ahead and take a look at this. So Brunswick we're still saving for. Legend. I need to remember we're saving for that, so don't touch the experience.
Standing by.
Okay, Leo should be at the Called Shot Mastery. Yeah, that's a good point, is that the Shadowhawk is very well-rounded as well. So we finally got that. Perfect. Confirm.
Training confirmed, Commander.
Okay, and then for my pilot, we're still saving for this because I want that overheat hold. So yeah, most of our pilots are just saving up some points.
Ready for orders.
Oh wait, I thought I checked you. So yeah, we're trying to get to this. One more and we're good. All right, we're getting there.
Training complete.
And then once we get our A team to that point, we really need to start working on the experience of our B team. Our B team is solid. Most of the pilots, I think actually all of them except for Truck, have 3 abilities, so that's good. We could use this opportunity to give them experience right now, because we're going to leave the system after this contract anyway. So, okay, maybe. Yeah. That's usually how I use it. I use it as like what I call the attacker role, which is pretty much like the hit and run role. Although later on in the game, yeah, once you get into like heavy and assault class mechs, you can use it as a scout because it's lighter than most of the opposition you're going to be facing. But we're still a ways away from that. All right. So this is the last contract for us to do in the system that I feel like we can get away with doing. I'm gonna go 50-50 here as well. We still need to salvage at this difficulty level. So it's 5-11 and 2 and 11 for the salvage, 2 and 11 for the salvage. Okay, let's go ahead and accept. All right, so this one we're just gonna mostly change out our pilots. Truck is gonna come in to replace Brunswick, although we're gonna use the Jenner instead of the Firestarter because she is not set up to use Firestarter at its best yet. She needs the ace pilot ability, in my opinion, and that's why she needs some experience. She's a little bit away. Oh, you know what? We're going to be using them. Can she afford it?
Reporting.
No, she's still waiting. We're also going to be using Drake.
What can I do for you?
What could Drake have? Probably a little bit of away from a lot of things. I'll give him a little bit of piloting, and I'll give him that tactics as well, because we do want the called shot eventually. Okay, that'll do.
Mech warrior training complete.
So yeah, Drake has the abilities, but he's still way behind in
Reading you.
actual skill level. And then for you, get that overheat threshold, pretty important, and start getting that tactics up. Okay.
Training confirmed, Commander.
And then only other pilot that we have that would be a backup pilot. We want to work on some stuff. You.
Yes, Commander.
And you're actually not that bad. Matter of fact, you get this. Okay, that actually is a pretty useful skill. We'll go ahead and do that. And then we're 1 away, I think, from the cold shot bonus, I think.
Training complete.
Okay. All right, now we can do this. All right, so is this contract negotiate? We already decided what we're going to do. Okay, so now the pilots. So Phoenix Hawk is going to go out. We're going to swap the Vindicator in. Then, unless I just use my pilot and keep the Phoenix Hawk in the running, but the Vindicator is a solid mech too. We're going to go ahead and put Jer in command of the Enforcer, Drake in command of the Vindicator, Crackshot in command of the Trebuchet, and finally Truck, but in command of one of the Jenners. Okay, that's going to be our Lance loadout. Definitely not our A-team, both in pilots and mechs, but still should be solid enough to do this contract. I don't Unless it's like a reinforcement that's really crazy. Yeah, we should be fine. Go ahead and deploy. Looking over the pilots again, make sure I haven't made a mistake. 2,500 experience is going to be pretty decent for these guys, though. Definitely help. Although, our primary mechs, with the way that they're loaded out, the chance that you're taking head hits has been dramatically reduced with all these cockpit mods that we have. It's still probably worth doing. Just in case. Because we have a couple mechs that can't really take advantage of that. So if our mechs get beat up, that's the main point. If our mechs get beat up and we have a continuous deployment, like the Phoenix Hawk takes some damage and we have to repair it, what have you, we'd be forced to start using mechs that don't have that cockpit protection. And that's where we could start getting the head hits. So that's why I'm concerned about it to a certain extent, but it is what it is. Let's go ahead and begin the mission.
Command interface.
But our primary pilots are
initiated.
starting to get to that point where they're experienced enough that, you know, we can afford this a little bit. This is the border region our employers are worried about. Orbital surveillance suggests our targets are in the region. Looks like a vehicle. So we may not actually face some X here. Let's move up and make contact. Oliviera out.
All right.
I couldn't tell
Your
what
eyes
vehicle
open
because
and
it's
watch
night
your
and it was
sensors.
very tiny. But, okay, so this is Trebuchet. Go ahead and move over. They're really not that far away. I have to think about where I want to end up based off of where I think they're going to be. I guess this isn't a bad move here. Gives the Trebuchet some breathing room.
Ordnance received.
The Enforcer, on the other hand, I want to move up. But because we can't get into cover yet, I'll just go ahead and use the guard here. Similar situation with the Vindicator. These mechs, the Vindicator in particular, excels at close range combat with the way that I've
Here we go.
built it, so we need to get it up close and personal. Alright, I'd like to get the sensor contact if I can. That's going to be up to the Jenner to pull off. If they are vehicles, I should have the initiative advantage, so I'm going to go ahead and take the risk of being a little out in the open.
I'm going.
I forgot how much I liked her voice. Uh-oh. And we don't know what they are because I don't have as good tactic skill on these guys. That's scary. One of these could... wait. Okay, let's reserve. Have to move a little bit here. They could have reinforcements. I really don't know. I'm gonna go ahead and at least let their heavier vehicles go here before I make a move. I need to know which one is the heavy and which one's the assault.
It's time to
Ooh,
earn
okay, they have a
our
heavy
money.
mech. Yeah, so the reason why I did it that way is because I am worried whatever this thing is can move in and see the Jenner. And no matter what this is, it's going to be dangerous. It could be a number of things. It could be an LRM carrier, it could be an SRM carrier, it could be a demolisher, it could be a Manticore, but all of those things I wouldn't like. Maybe a Shrek PPC. I think those are assault weight.
I'm listening.
Okay, I think the move we do here, maybe that would block line of sight. I want to know what that thing is. Because if an LRM carrier or an SRM carrier, I need to take it out fairly quickly. I am worried about it getting vision of me, though. Damn. I might not have enough follow-up to take it out. This is a tough one. My curiosity is enough that I want to see. Maybe this train blocks line of sight. I hope it does. Let's get our sensor lock. I need to know what this is.
I've got a
It's an LRM carrier. That needs to die immediately. Okay, that's up to Crackshot.
Waiting for orders.
What's your chance of hitting it? Pretty poor unless I move you up. I don't know if I can move you up enough to make it any better. I cannot. Okay, so just stay put then. In theory, you have enough damage to take it out, but the question is, do you have the accuracy to take it out? Maybe? Ah, damn it. 9 health, alright. So there was something else at the assault weight class. That's not good.
Waiting on you, Commander.
Apparently I can't get vision of anything. Alright, we'll just keep getting closer then.
Time to fly.
I would have liked to have taken that out. Okay, so there's only 2
Ready for orders.
that are at that weight. I think I'm willing to jump up here. And the reason why is because I think there was only 1 medium contact.
Aye, aye.
And I'm suspecting that it's fairly far away. Because I do not see it anywhere on sensors. Doesn't mean it won't be able to attack me, of course, but... Okay, a striker, that's pretty typical.
Acknowledged. It's go time!
We take this really... Oh, they do have a light mech. Whoops. Okay, probably a commando.
I've got eyes on hostile.
Oh no, there's reinforcements. I'm so surprised. The Jenner could move in and kill that LRM carrier.
Yeah?
Not a great shot. Maybe a jump. No, there's only this one spot I can see it. Still give me good evasion, I guess. I might go for the precision strike here, depending on how hard of a target this is. Yeah. There's our other assault. Let's go for it.
Take this! Mm-hmm.
I think we got it. Yeah, okay. Perfect.
That's a junker.
Now, if that is another LRM carrier, we have to remove vision. Alright, we gotta get out of that with the enforcer, get out of where we're at, so...
Standing by.
I'm gonna take this a little bit at a time. These guys, the reinforcements are really far away. So, super aggressive play here doesn't really pay off. The only real benefit is if I can take out the striker, like right now. But this guy would be able to counterattack me, and we don't know what this is, and we would be definitely in vision of it, so... I think we take this a little bit more cautiously.
Jumping.
I'm gonna get a lot of damage reduction here. See, now their other medium mechs or vehicles or whatever they may be can't really do a whole lot to me.
Gotcha.
I believe the mech... Oh, okay, so they have 2 heavy... They have another heavy thing that I don't see. So yeah, I think this mech moves first, so it won't be able to establish line of sight of me. The striker might, if it rounds this corner, it might be able to see the Jenner. Okay, it didn't. Alright. So now we have a problem, and that problem is... How do we deal with the enemies that we have?
What can I do for you?
If I'm very lucky, I can jump in here and I can take out the striker. If I'm unlucky, and that's an LRM carrier, I'm going to eat a lot of missiles. But if I don't do this, I don't do anything. You know what? No, that's not the move.
Commander?
I'm just gonna move up with the trebuchet.
Rolling.
That will burn its turn. I'm fairly certain that is the only target, the only thing at that initiative. That was the right call.
I hear you.
We're outnumbered, so we have to take this a little bit at a time. It's possible I would have killed the striker, but I have no guarantees of that. I will use vigilance here for the initiative. Or I could just use it for the raw damage reduction.
This should be good.
Alright, well we killed the striker pretty easily there.
Bye-bye.
Come on, people. Let's
Alright.
make it happen.
So now we can be fairly conservative. They don't have vision of me. All of their lighter mechs are going to be the ones that don't have vision of me. This guy's the only one that can establish vision on me, which is obviously threatening.
Waiting for the right move.
I definitely want to take care of whatever this is. And I have no way of knowing what it is unless I sensor lock it. Do I dare do this? I think it's the right call. Because we have so much damage reduction right now.
Roger that. Standing by.
Uh-oh. That's not good. Well, if that's an LRM carrier, it will light me up. And there's not a whole lot I can do about that.
Standing by.
What I need here... I am going to back up. We're going to try and light up this Warhammer. Now, the one thing that we have an advantage here is Warhammers do not have a lot of armor. What they do have is they have a lot of firepower. But if we have every single one of our mechs targeted, first off, we do a lot of stability damage. So I might be able to knock it down. But this, I think, is the right move. So we just back up a bit, take a little bit of more protected position. I will use precision strike here to get as much accuracy as we can. If that is an LRM carrier, our Vindicator gets lit up. It has a lot of damage reduction, so they'll only do 1 point each one that hits me. I would prefer not to take that kind of damage, but it is what it is. Where is most of the damage going to come from? I think the Warhammer is fairly symmetrical, so it really doesn't matter. So the question is, do we just go for the kill? Or do we try and limit how much firepower it has? Its left side is facing me, I think. So I might be able to get more hits on that side. So let's go left torso here.
Taking the shot.
Missiles aren't going to behave anyway. They're not likely going to... Well, that's... So we've already knocked them around pretty good there. Now the question is, what is this thing? Yeah, that's not an LRM carrier. I think it's a mana core.
Well, that weren't nothing.
Yeah, it's a mana core. Alright, I think we ignore the mana core. Because I'm pretty sure I'm correct in saying that the Warhammer does way more damage than the mana core does. Okay.
Right here. Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to have the Jenner move in. Hit the Warhammer as well as it can. You know what? We have the initiative advantage here. I'm going to go ahead and come in. They do have one light mech, I think, but I think it's nowhere near us, so... And if it is, I honestly don't care. Yeah, we don't know what that is. I don't have good enough tactical skill with my backup pilots. Let's just, you know, we want to focus on this left side. We'll focus on this left side.
Here we go.
Okay, I think we messed up his leg pretty good there.
Orders.
Probably going to have to jump if I want to get any kind of targeting here. I guess we'll jump here.
Roger.
Okay. Not sure if this calls for a precision strike or not. I mean, might be able to get a little bit more accuracy. Keep going after that left torso. We will do a decent amount of stability damage here.
What can I do
And
for
Drake. Gonna jump. I mean, I'd like to get on that same side if I can. Jump.
you? I leap. I soar.
You might be running pretty hot. Yeah, well, this is where we use the coolant event ability. Assassin. Oh, okay.
All weapons are go.
Oh, no! Oh, no, it did hit. I was gonna say, did the PPC just miss? And their light mag is backing up. This is their commando, right? So it should be able to hit me from range. Did miss, though. Okay. I'm definitely nervous with this Warhammer. I mean, that is definitely a scary threat. We're very close to knocking it down, though. I don't honestly know what we do with the Jenner. We could melee attack the Manticore. That puts the Jenner in a really vulnerable position, though. Melee would only do 70 damage. I'm gonna go with this move. It keeps us moving. Gives us a little bit of separation from our other mechs so we're not taking stray shots. I might not be able to get all my lasers off here. Definitely won't be able to. Oh, shit. Just 2. Actually, I think the melee strike was the right call. Manticore is just gonna tank that. It can take that kind of damage.
Minor damage, Commander. Nothing to see here.
Alright.
Commander.
I think Bajera in this position just keeps attacking the Warhammer. Knock him down, and then we can get more or less called shots all the time. So, probably not a bad call for a precision strike. I'm gonna keep hitting that left torso. Yeah. Keep hitting that left torso. Okay, managed to get a head hit there.
That hit something good.
And there's the knockdown. We still haven't reduced the firepower, which I'm a little worried about. Here comes the assassin. Sensor lock the enforcer. Hey, Iggy.
Waiting for orders.
Alright, I think there really is no choice here. We're gonna go ahead and open up on the Warhammer here. Wow. Managed to burn down the center torso. So do we just look for the kill at this point? Or do we keep trying to chop that torso section down? My gut says torso section, but the center torso is a lot easier to hit. And we only need 90 damage. I go center torso here. We're slinging 150 damage. Okay, got some more heat sinks destroyed there.
That hit something good.
So the Vindicator has a pretty good chance, I
I
think.
hear ya.
The only problem we have is that Manticore is kind of unchecked. But there's not a whole lot I can really do about that.
Affirmative.
Yeah, I think we have a very good chance of getting this.
Commencing Alpha Strike.
Yeah! Alright, I'll take that. That Warhammer would have been really threatening if it had lived.